today, and that's especially for you guys looking at this maybe for the first time, or maybe orientating as to what we do. And that is, for me, I suppose, the departure point, the first part, where we look at what we're actually doing here. And who are we, I think, is a very relevant question, to ask and to be answered. And I think as we go through this presentation, you'll maybe get the idea and understand in your mind why I'm so passionate about this and why I am involved in this project. And I identify very strongly with who we are as a community. And we are basically a community of environmentally conscious entrepreneurs. And what do? Well, we help finance environmentally sustainable projects that create change for a better world. And just to elaborate a little bit on those 2 points, I mean, I'm just someone who, like many of you on the call today, who wants to move forward in life and wants to make money and wants to create a better future, for myself, the people around me, but also to do something environmentally conscious and be involved in projects that make the world a better place. Because I'm going to be spending my time, in a business or making money as an entrepreneur, then I want to be doing something that I feel has got value, and I can totally align with what we're doing here. And so many of us maybe are trapped in the situation where we're doing stuff, we're maybe involved in a business and we're maybe involved in a job that doesn't really ignite our passion or ignite something within us, a spark that, yeah, wow, I really can do this. I love to be doing what I do. And that's why many of us have gravitated towards this amazing project, is because we're so passionate about this aspect of, doing something to make money, but also at the same time helping the planet and doing something environmentally sustainable. And we're going to get more specific into the areas that we work in. But first of all, what I'd like to do with you, just to orientate on this and show you the types of issues that we're addressing. We've got a very short video for you that will explain much, much better than the words I could use. So in the next 2-3 minutes, you're going to watch a little video, and I think it's very powerful. The impact of the visuals is always more dynamic than someone speaking. So without any further ado, I'm just going to play this video for you.
Air pollution is the worst it has ever been, affecting 92% of humankind and killing millions each year. Can I stop it? Plastic waste is everywhere, on the highest mountains, on the deepest ocean floor, on every beach, embedded in Arctic ice. Can I clean it? We eat 70,000 pieces of microplastic per year. The chemicals in it can alter hormones and damage our health. Plastic kills 1.1 million sea animals each year and threatens all marine life. Can I save it? 800 million people are vulnerable to the effects of climate change. Over 1 million species are at risk of extinction because of this calamity. Can I solve it? 1.5 acres of forest is chopped down every second. Half of the world's jungles have already been wiped out. Can I change it? 1.1 billion people lack access to water. 2.4 billion people are exposed to disease because of dirty water. Can I fix it?
Yes, I can. I can make a difference.
I can help fight for our planet. I can be a force for good. I can be a catalyst for change.
I will do my part.
I will change. I will spread the word. I will keep believing.
We can. We will. Keep on sharing.
Ecovo. Sharing matters.
Okay, I think it's very clear from watching that video how big of an issue the plastic waste is, and this is in fact where we start, and we're going to now go into the projects that we're talking about here, these projects that we get involved with to make the world a better place. And I'm very proud to tell you about the project partner that we have, the Corsair Group, because we're just basically a bunch of entrepreneurs, individuals who get involved with, want to get involved in these projects. Now, our project partner who's responsible for setting up these projects is, as I say, the Corsair Group, and they basically address three environmental issues: the plastic waste, air pollution, and climate change. So I can think of no better partner to be working with, and it's a very innovative, forward-thinking company that's really evolving very, very quickly in all of these areas. And our first project that we've been privileged to be involved with, and you can see some pictures here on your screen of the actual project in Bangkok, which was set up a few short months ago in June. And there's been remarkable progress and advancement in this project. And we're going to share with you in a moment a little video about the project, so you really see what we're actually doing. Not that we're just talking about it, but we're actually doing it. We're taking those first steps, and we're along a journey that's going to be many, many years, because of course from the video that you saw, the environmental issues facing us are almost catastrophic. But we want to come with a message of hope, a message of positivity today, that we can change this and we can do something about it. And of course, when we come together as a community, we can do so much more and move forward quicker. But also, I'd just like to highlight to you that, of course, there are other projects that are now in development, and we would expect by the end of this year to launch our first European project with Corsair in Slovenia. And also then in 2021, as we move forward, Belgium, Ireland, and Colombia. These projects are all being negotiated at the moment. There's a lot of work, background work being done. And you'll hear shortly from Corsair, the gentleman responsible for setting up the operations, and he will give you more insights and more information on this. But what I'd like to do now is just bring you back to the actual project that's not up and running and working in Bangkok, and just play you a little video again to highlight what we're doing. And as I say, a lot of the time, for many people, the images, the videos will speak more than the information that I could potentially and possibly share with you. So this is a very short video, about 2 minutes. I'm just going to play that for you now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome you to a brief virtual tour to our waste plastic to fuel production facility here in Bangkok, Thailand, where we convert your plastic garbage into advanced biofuel. Our raw material includes plastic bags, wrapping materials, and other packaging products, which are delivered for us packed in tight bales, allowing us to load our production modules efficiently. Our facility currently includes 2 waste plastic to fuel production units, which are together capable of producing approximately 120,000 liters of fuel per month. The process begins by loading the plastic garbage into the production unit and starting the pyrolysis process by applying heat to the plastic waste. This process creates flammable gases and smoke, which are then channeled through a distillation system and converted into pyrolysis crude oil. This crude oil can be used in heavy-duty, low-speed engines, or it can be refined into commercial gasoline, diesel, and kerosene jet fuel. Our facility includes today 2 production units, and we are currently preparing the facility for the installation of the 3rd unit. The 3 production units are together capable of increasing our monthly production capacity to nearly 200,000 liters of oil per month. Our target is to have a total of 10 such production units operational at this facility by the end of 2021 and to reach a production output of approximately 600,000 liters per month. We wish to thank you very much for your support to this important mission of cleaning our environment from the plastic garbage and converting it into fuel for our daily lives. Thank you.
Yes, what a wonderful video and insight into the project there in Bangkok. And this is really, I think it's remarkable that we're able to do this and really be involved at the grassroots and at the start of this amazing journey. And just to give you more, facts on the Bangkok project, how big an impact this is making to make the world a better place. It really is making a huge difference. The project, as you heard talked about there in the video, right now we've got 2 machines up and running. The 3rd machine is being installed, and we would expect to have that online and producing fuel by the end of this month. The target is to expand the project to 10 of these units or 10 of these machines. And just to give you an idea of how big an impact this can actually make is that will take away out of the environment 1.2 million kilograms of plastic waste per month, converting that into 600,000 liters of high-grade fuel. Each of these units will take approximately 120,000 kilograms and produce 60,000 liters of fuel per month. And if we look at this in terms of what the plastic consumption or the plastic usage is on average globally per person, we come up with a figure that's approximately 35 kilograms of plastic per month, about 35 kilograms of plastic per year, my apologies, which is about 3 kilograms of plastic per month. We call this the plastic footprint per person. And if we then take that number and equate it to the Bangkok project, it basically means that we're cleaning up the plastic waste for over 34,000 people on a monthly basis and over 400,000 people per year. Now that's just the potential of one project. When we have other projects like what we're talking about coming online in Slovenia, in Belgium, in Ireland, Colombia, and also in Thailand expanding this, we could have hundreds of projects globally making such a huge impact. So what we're doing is supporting something, first of all, that is highly profitable because we're producing something of great value, and that is fuel, which can be sold on the markets. And also we're cleaning up the planet from plastic waste at the same time. So what I'd like to do now is really explore the market potential that we have with this fuel, because of course just to take away all that plastic out of the environment is a fantastic thing, but when we create a business with this, we make it long-term and we make it sustainable, because the profit that we make from the business can enrich our lives, of course, but also the profits can be used to expand further with these projects. And this is an amazing thing. The reason we have so much potential with this fuel is because of the type of fuel that it is. You heard in the video that it was given the label advanced biofuel. That basically means that it's fuel that's coming from plastic. Now, some people may know and some people may not know, but plastic is actually made from oil. The oil coming out of the ground in Saudi Arabia or the Gulf of Mexico or even the North Sea, 4% of that oil production is basically used to make plastic on a yearly basis. And what you saw in the video was we're taking that plastic and reversing the process and bringing it back into oil again that we can use. But this fuel, when it's made when it's taken from the plastic and made into fuel, it's a very clean fuel. It's got a very low carbon footprint. It's very eco-friendly. And also very significantly, it has a very low sulfur content. Because if you can imagine all your plastic that you're consuming, and that's a lot of plastic that you're going to find in your supermarket trolley that's wrapping your food, because we're even seeing a rise now in the consumption and usage of plastic, because people want to make sure that their food is being protected from any contamination or potential contamination. So we're actually seeing a huge rise in the increase of the wrapping material and the plastic that's used in that area. And if plastic is going to be used for human usage, then it has to be safe. So a lot of these chemicals that could potentially harm us are taken out to make the plastic. So when we reverse the process by bringing that plastic back into fuel, we get a very clean fuel. And that's very interesting for us. And this creates huge market potential for us. And what I'm going to talk now is about two areas that are basically unlimited, that we could potentially provide the solution for. And if we look at what's happening now within the EU, and also the legislation that's coming into play in the EU in relation to the road traffic fuel that's used to power our vehicles, our cars, our buses, our trucks to move and transport goods around the countries. The traffic fuel consumption, road traffic fuel consumption equates to approximately 340 billion litres per year of fuel. Now that's almost a number that we couldn't even begin to imagine. It's like a lake, a sea of fuel. And this is just in the EU alone. We're not talking about Asia and other continents. But the EU legislation has now brought into effect, starting in 2021, that the fuel being sold at the petrol stations, at the gas stations, must contain an additive of this advanced biofuel. And in 2021, it's starting with 1.5 minimum advanced biofuel additive, which equates to a market potential of 5.1 billion litres needed just on the advanced biofuel in that year. This is rising incrementally over the years up to 2030 to 10%, which again equates to a market potential of 34 billion litres needed to meet the demand. Another area of interest is the very low sulfur fuel oil. And this is relating to the maritime area, the maritime sector. And here you see a picture of a huge container ship. It's one of the largest container ships in the world. And these big container ships are moving, goods around the planet, maybe taking products that are produced in the factories in China and moving them around the world. And a startling statistic is that 15 of the largest container ships emit more sulfur and pollute more than all of the world's road traffic combined. And the reason is that they're running on this very cheap, inexpensive fuel. It's called bunker fuel, which has got a very high sulfur content, between 3.5 and 5%. Now, the IMO, the International Maritime Organization, who is responsible for the laws regarding everything to do with the sea and international water, they have brought into effect legislation that started this year, and these big boats and all the other sea traffic, they must reduce their sulfur content in their fuel now to 0.5% when they're sailing out on the open seas. And when they come close to land, the coastal waters where there's more populations and more potential harmful effects for people who may breathe in this sulfur that's in the air from the emissions, they have to reduce it to 0.1%. Now, what's great to know is that our advanced biofuel has a very low sulfur content. In fact, it is 0.031. Now, again, based on this legislation, this creates a demand of 400 billion litre per year in the maritime section. And this is quite astounding. But of course, we also supply in Bangkok to local suppliers and other industries as well. So the market potential for this fuel is just astronomical. Basically, the bottom line is, no matter how much fuel we produce we can sell it. Now, that is a remarkable position to be in for any business. It doesn't matter how much of your product you produce, how much you can make, you're going to get rid of it. Now, I think that creates for us a huge business opportunity and a huge potential. And just to explain maybe a little bit how the fuel that's normally produced from Saudi Arabia and other oil producing nations, how this is traded. This is traded on the world markets, and the fuel is traded with what we call the petrodollar. When you want to buy, or an oil company or whoever wants to buy the fuel on the markets, they have to convert maybe their euro, their Japanese yen, or their British pound. They have to convert that into the dollar, the petrodollar, and that is used as the trading for the world's fuel. Now, we've asked, can we actually do something else? Can we do this a different way? Well, I think that we can. And let me introduce to you the Sosnova, the ISF token. Sosnova, ISF, meaning Innovations for a Sustainable Future. Now, how this works, we talk about these projects. Now, how these projects are set up, they are financed by, as I said, our activity as a group of entrepreneurs who want to get involved in these environmentally sustainable projects, but they're also financed by private investors who also see the business opportunity and the business potential with this. And how the Sosnova token is linked to this, it's basically linked to the profit from the oil production. Now, we as the group, the community of the entrepreneurs, we basically have a 1/3 profit sharing agreement with Corsair. And that means that 1/3 of the profit is now going into the purchase of ISF tokens. So basically what it means is that the more machines, the more units that we can bring online through our activity, the more oil is produced. When more oil is produced, of course, more profit. So the more profit, you've got it, more tokens are bought from the exchange. So potentially, as I've shown in the earlier slides, we have a demand of billions of liters per year for this oil. So the more that we can produce, of course, the more we can sell, the more profit we make. Now, the advantages of the ISF token is, with this huge demand for this fuel, it also creates a huge demand for the Sosnova token, because 1/3 of the profit from this project in Bangkok and other projects in the future, could be more going into purchasing from the markets. That will be determined on a project-by-project basis. So we have a huge demand, a high demand for the ISF token. And what's also very important is that this token is a very stable token. It's an ERC20 token on the Ethereum blockchain. And for those of you who are more well-schooled in blockchain and cryptocurrency, you will know that the Ethereum blockchain is one of the most stable and reputable blockchains out there. It's also decentralized. Now, this is very important because it means that when you have your ISF tokens, they're decentralized from any company or anybody else. They're in your wallet. It's basically like having something in your money in your bank account. It's yours. No one else can access that. And you can do whatever you want with it, whenever you want with it. Also very transparent and traded on public exchange. So when we look at this, it would seem to me, in any case as an entrepreneur, to have ISF in my portfolio, because it's something of value that is traded related to the oil production and the profits from the oil production. So the question would be, how many do you want to have of the ISF? Well, I think the relevant answer would be as many as possible, right? I think so. So let's explore this further. We as the community of Amplivo, we interact with the Ecovo platform, which is our platform, our social media platform that is connected to all the other social media networks out there. And we want to have this platform as our voice our way of communicating these environmental projects and issues to the world. And it's connected, as I say, to all the other social media platforms, the LinkedIn, the Pinterest, the Facebook, the WhatsApp, and all these other things. And let's just define the Ecovo platform a little bit more in detail. It is an environmental, purpose-driven social platform that empowers all to play an important part in the global fight against plastic waste, while enjoying multiple features, benefits, and incentives. In other words, turning the trash into cash. Now, it's very important to look at that statement. Environmental, purpose-driven social media platform. Purpose-driven because of the issues out there with the environment. These are the projects and these are the issues that we identify with. And this is our way of bringing this message to the world and allowing people just to interact with this program. And you can register on this platform for free and without any obligation. And why do we do it like this? And how do we get these Sosnova tokens that I've talked about? Well, as I said, by interacting on the Ecovo platform, our activity will reward us with what we term free loyalty points. Now, this is something that many of us are already doing. Many of us may be registered with a hotel rewards program, for example, the Hilton Honors program. When you book a room at the Hilton or any of these other hotel chains, you're going to get loyalty points. You're going to get Hilton Honors points in the case of Hilton. And what can you do with them? Well, when you've accumulated enough points, you can maybe get an upgrade, or you can get a free night, a free weekend. They're worth something. You exchange them for something of value. Airlines also do the same thing. When you book an airline ticket, many people are registered for these programs, and they get points, and you can get upgrades and get free flights, etc. We do the same thing. It's just something that everybody's doing. And we reward also the people that interact with us and also our community by doing it this way. And for every euro spent on the Ecovo platform, you will be awarded with free loyalty points. Now, in most cases, this is matched on a one-for-one basis. There are many interesting and fantastic products and services on the platform, including the media packages, which will allow you to connect your message on all of the other social media platforms that we just discussed. Also services and cashbacks, which save you money and give you money back, which is great on your shopping, travel, other shopping possibilities, dining, and education, and much, much more. And if you want to find out more about these packages and the content of these packages, then get back to the person who invited you to have a look at this today, and we'll take the time to go through that with you. And what's really important to understand is that we redeem these free loyalty points into this ISF token, and you can build up your portfolio of ISF token and use that as you see wish when the moment is right for you. So you can basically collect as many ISF tokens as you want in this way. And as I said, why do we work like this? Well, it's very simple, because all net profits from the products sold on the Ecovo platform goes towards financing the Corsair environmentally sustainable projects, which of course benefits us as the community, and we then have the benefit of the profit sharing, which goes into the exchange to purchase the ISF, which we hold, of course. So this is how our involvement can get rid of plastic waste and support the environment at the same time. And just to look at some of the packages, just to give you an idea, here we see the starter package running up through bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And for every package you see there, the amount spent will give you the free loyalty points. And the advantage of the packages is that they're discounted, because when we bundle the products together, it gives you much, much better value. And as I said, the net profit from the sale of these packages goes into financing new projects. And how you can get involved is very simple. You can, first of all, engage as a follower and enjoy the free features with offers, deals, and cashback and much more. Now, if you want to support the project even more, then you can purchase some of the packages that we've just outlined and get the benefit of that. But if you really want to make a greater impact and really get involved with this and also make money from the activity of promoting this, like what we do, and for many of you looking at this today as a potential business opportunity, and also be someone getting involved with our community and helping to bring this message to the world of making money through environmentally sustainable projects, then you can become an influencer. Now, to become an influencer, you need to acquire a business license. That is a one-time setup fee of €95, which allows you to be in business. Now, for many of you on the call today, some of you may be in business or know people in business. To get set up with a business it costs maybe thousands and tens of thousands, and in some cases hundreds of thousands of euros. So to set up in business for €95 is a pretty good deal. I think you would agree with me. But of course, you get something for that. You get access to a whole back office that tracks your business and takes care of all the administration for you. But it also allows you to enjoy profits, commissions, and bonuses as the entrepreneur of the Amplivo community. And what's really interesting here as well is that for every euro in commission that you earn, you also get given by the company free loyalty points. So let's say you make 1,000, 2,000 euro in commission, you're also given that amount in these free loyalty points. What you can do with the free loyalty points, you can redeem these for the ISF, and again, start building up your portfolio that way. It's like getting paid twice. So I think this is a really very interesting aspect of what we do also. So now just really to conclude and to wrap up our presentation, this part of the day for you, what to do next. Really important, what do we do next? Well, first of all, get back to the person that invited you and get their referral link and get registered. And then sign up as a follower, create your free account, make sure you get the right package as a supporter, and also get your license to become an influencer and register for the next Fast Start training as an influencer so that you know how this works and you get educated about your business. And of course, the person who introduced you to this, your sponsor, and their line of support, they'll help you with this, how to purchase your package and how to redeem your free loyalty points into your Sosnova ISF token so that you can start building up your portfolio of ISF. And also very important to get connected with the information channel by joining our Telegram group. And again, join the weekly Fast Start trainings in your own language. We have some great leadership in all of the different countries that are there to help you to make your business a success. And you'll learn as you go along. It's you're earning while you're learning. That's our motto as well. And invite other people to be part of the community by inviting them to join our business presentations to see what this is about, to get informed. And then after the business presentations, get all your questions answered so you can move forward. Duplicate the system with your business partners. And of course, your sponsor will help you. So as they say, doing good never felt better. And it's just wonderful to be here with you today to share this information with you. That concludes the presentation that I'm presenting to you. And I'm just going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to hand over to the next speaker. So I hope that you've had some information shared with you today of value. We've got a great program coming up, so stay tuned. And I'd just like now to hand over to the next speaker, who is a very competent and very dedicated leader with our team in Austria. She does an amazing job helping and working with people all around the globe. and especially creates a very strong support for the people of the German-speaking countries, mainly Austria and Germany. She's doing a great job, and it's a real privilege to work with her and learn from her, and that is Frau Meyer, Petra Meyer. So I'm going to introduce Petra now as the next speaker. So thank you for your attention, and I wish you all a lot of success with your journey with us, and also in life, of course. So Petra, are you there? Are you with us? And I'm going to hand over to you.
Yes, Peter, I am here. I think everybody can hear me okay, is that right?
Perfect.
Super. I just want to talk about my reason why I joined this business with zero clue about network marketing is very, very simple. I'm convinced that the health and the well-being of every single species is directly connected to the health of our planet. And my love for all living beings did not let me hesitate for a minute. And before I even knew about any earnings or other rewards, I told everyone I met about this incredible opportunity to get rid of plastic waste. And so one thing leads to another. And today I share my knowledge and my enthusiasm with a large and growing team to dedicate my time to a healthier world for all of us. And on this journey, I was able to meet great people all over the world who share this point of view with me. And I would like to use my time to say thank you to all of these very special people, no matter of any rank. I thank you from the bottom of my heart that you have become such an important and driving part of my life. It is a real honor to support you with words and deeds, so thank you very much. About my past life, I've only two things to say. I was very successful and I was very unhappy. I left my company where I've been the CIO for 15 years without any plan, and 2 weeks after relaxing at home and reading one book after another, this very special door opened. And today I'm really fulfilled and grateful to be able to give real value to my life with this amazing project and all future projects. And my message is as simple as my story. If you are not happy in any area of your life, then you have to change it. This was a very special sentence from our, I know he doesn't like it, from our boss, Frank Ricketts. And thank you for this sentence, Frank. It really changed my life and changes it today. So, and everyone who would like to spend more time with me is invited to visit my Zooms every Wednesday. I'm happy about everyone who is willing to go this way with us to take care for himself, his family, and the whole world, and to finance a very good lifestyle to enjoy your time on this planet. We are all here to support you. And now, today, I have the great honor to be able to pass on to an incredible person, a person for whom time is just a word in the dictionary. It seems as if he is constantly awake, constantly on the move to make our big picture even bigger and bigger. For him, there is really no stopping. He doesn't talk about solutions. He creates them. He's a human supersonic airplane, the man with incredible knowledge and the funniest laugh I know. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the CEO of Corsair, based in Bangkok, Mr. Jussi Saloranta.
Great, thank you very much, Petra. That was an amazing introduction. I am truly thankful for that. Thank you so much. And first of all, welcome everybody on the call today. Thank you again for taking your time on your busy, active weekend. My plan here today is to give you a general update about our production operations here in Bangkok, and then to also give you a little bit more insights on the major big picture which we are building. First of all, as a collaboration between the Corsair Group and Cloud Horizon, but then obviously something that involves all of us and every single person who is dedicated to our mission, as well as every single holder of the ISF token. So let me get started by just sharing my screen over here, and I can walk you through. There we go. Peter, can you give me a heads up? That's okay. Very good. Now, as Peter already went through, he introduced very detailed and in a very professional way our production operations here in Bangkok. So I'm not going to repeat and bore you with the same information, but so that you know what has been done over the last few months when we have been operational and been taking over this facility, we have done a tremendous amount of work for bringing this facility more towards international standards and to improve all of the working conditions and operating conditions that was there before. Now, this facility, as you can see over here, there's a little extra things there right now. This was this photo was taken during the first ever visit of Cloud Horizon members at the facility a couple of weeks ago, and I just got the message from our video producer that this video will be available for release for you today. So that'll show you the first ever tour that we did at the facility for the Cloud Horizon members. But what you can see here is you can obviously, if you compare it to some of the older footage that we have shared during the time when we took over this facility, a great amount of progress has been made. And we are continuing that. We are continuing to developing this facility. And as you can see there on the left side of the existing building, there's an empty piece of land. And for the ones of you who are joining us just now and hearing these development plans for the first time, basically what we are doing here is we are refurbishing and renovating and improving the conditions of the existing facility. And then right next to it, on its left side, we are building a brand new facility with brand new warehousing and operational facilities. So basically, once we are done with all of the construction and the building over here, we will have sort of a two-site factory with the new facility, which will be the location where we will be showcasing our operations. And then we have the old side of the facility, which will be fully functioning, but we will bring that standard higher where it is at the moment. But it is a few years old, as you can see from the footage. But this is what we're doing. And as of right now, as also Peter mentioned, our target is that this production facility, including both the existing and the new land, will consist a total of 10 production units. And by doing so, and by having them produce approximately 600,000 liters of advanced biofuel per month from approximately 1.2 million kilos of plastic waste per month. That would be achievable by having 10 of these production units that you have now seen at our facility at this stage. Now, we have moved forward very efficiently with the installation of the third machine. Obviously, in the video that Peter just showed you, you could see the two machines that were already there. But the third machine has already been delivered to the facility, and we are, as of right now, preparing and building the foundation for it. And you can see the reactor of the third machine waiting there in the background to be put up on this podium or the stage where it will be operational. So this work is moving forward very well right now. We're very happy for the progress, and I would like to say a great thank you for the Corsair team, who is working 7 days a week. We don't take weekends or public holidays. Working 7 days a week on having this facility up and running in the best possible and smoothest way. And the progress that we have done there in a matter of the last couple of months is just tremendous. I'm really, really proud to have such a productive team, both here in Thailand as well as in Europe, to working together with me on a day-to-day basis. So that's basically where we are. Now, these machines that you've seen, these are being operated as much as we can during the same time as we do the renovations, and we're also very happy to say that we have more or less now reached the completion stage with the big construction at this facility, which means that we can now focus more and more into production with less disturbance in the actual production work. When we took over these machines, the two of them which were already a few years in use, and now obviously the third one, which is brand new, these machines also needed quite a lot of work, and we were anticipating that, and we knew that that was something that we had to do. So during the time as we've been renovating the facility, we've been doing work on the machines and then running them at the same time as well. So as of today, we have actually just reached the end of the quarter. We have officially now entered into the fourth quarter of 2020. And the last couple of months, which we have been doing at the facility, has been running, as I mentioned before, on a very small capacity. I would even say that in the last few months and weeks, these are basically all part of a test run and sort of a warm-up period. And we are now, as we are entering the fourth quarter, reaching a more stable daily and weekly production from these fields. As of today, we are still not running the machines both at the same time. We are getting into a rhythm as of right now, where we can run one machine at a time, prepare the other one, and then we switch and we go from that. And we've gone through a lot of training, a lot of educational work for our team, getting everything running at the facility as efficiently and as smoothly as possible. But to give you a couple of key numbers, so during the last weeks, I would even say rather than months, we have produced approximately 60,000 liters of advanced biofuel as of today, which we have created from a total of approximately 95,000 kilos of waste plastic. So this is our production until today. We are going to have an official quarterly and monthly report, which is going to go out to obviously all of the shareholders of the Socium Bangkok production company, but also we're going to have these figures on the website. So we've been, and that is, I take responsibility, and I want to apologize for, on my behalf, on not keeping up with our commitment with the weekly reports. We're going to get them going. We have simply been way too busy and hands-on with the work that has been happening around the world, and we want to get the reporting working better. We've had some really good and talented professional people also joining our team and taking some of the load from personally from my back and the executive management team of our company. So this will help us to provide you more frequent information, and obviously we want to keep all of that on the website. So as of today, just to repeat that number, and you will be able to get this on the website, we have as of today produced about 60,000 liters of advanced biofuel from about 95,000 kilos of plastic waste. And as Peter earlier used the number of sort of a plastic waste footprint, especially based on European generation of plastic waste per person. This means that we have, as of today, through our operations in the last weeks, we have cleaned the environment from a total amount of plastic waste, which almost 3,000 people generate per year. And we haven't really even got started. This was just a testing and a warm-up period for us. But if I look everyone who is here on the call today, that pretty much includes all of you and all of your, at least your closest family members. So about 3,000 people and their plastic garbage from last year has already been removed from the environment. So I would say that's already quite a remarkable achievement for such a short period of time. But now, with the work that we have now been able to complete, we see a more steady production. Now we're getting into that. We have less disturbance on the production and we can run the machines more frequently. And obviously, we're trying to get the third machine up and running as well by the end of this month. So these are all very good developments. At the same time, we are moving forward with a lot of our work internationally. We have been making some amazing connections, and we have been approached by some very interesting potential future production and business partners. And I just had a conversation the other day with our team, and I said that we are sort of right now becoming like a magnet, which means that we are on the market right now. We're showing what we're doing. We're being open and transparent about the actual business that we do. And we're sort of like a magnet just pulling all of these different partners and opportunities and investors and multinational, international, large corporations who are just coming towards us right now. And that's a great feeling and really assuring effect that we are seeing and an event that we're seeing from the market right now. So we are being recognized and our work is being appreciated and valued. So these are all very, very good developments on our business. Obviously, one of the biggest things that you have all been introduced over the last couple of weeks as well has been the movement and the collaboration, the interaction and let's say the merger of Socium Development company into a larger group of companies called Corsair. And we have covered this on some of the previous calls. I want to just give you a very brief 1-minute summary on this. What is Corsair? And we will see now in the next coming days and weeks that the name Socium Development will be put more and more towards the back, and the Corsair brand will be brought more to the front. Corsair is the group, it's the general brand and the consortium, which includes all of these 5 different areas that we are working at, where the plastic waste to fuel is the first step of our 5-step business plan. And Socium Development Company, which is the company specifically and only focusing on the plastic waste to fuel production, is now interacted and merged into the Corsair group. And therefore, for the sake of simplicity and mutual branding, all of our future marketing and communication will happen under the Corsair brand. We are also going to move the website. We're going to keep the sociumdevelopment.com website, but we're going to have a pop-up and a transfer, and we are going to have all the information displayed and updated at the new upcoming Corsair website. We'll have an official announcement on that one in the next coming days as well. So nothing has changed in terms of our management or our day-to-day business in that sense. It's more of a movement to the next level of our business, which is now involving so much more than where everything got started in the beginning of this year. And by that, I mean number 2 in our business plan, development and management of fuel reserves, which means that we are now establishing our operations to become, and as our mission, as our target, to become the largest buyer and trading company of advanced biofuel in the world. What we really want to do is we want to be in the trading and in the buying state and situation with as much plastic-based advanced biofuel in the world as possible. And we've already started this operation, and we're going to have some great announcements for you coming from this as well. Number 3 is our refining and purification processes, where we are now moving towards taking this crude oil that we get from our production machines and other producers, and then refining that distillation and distilling that to become actual commercial products, such as, for example, gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. And this is where we really want to be. We don't want to be only selling our crude oil to another oil company. We want to be involved in the whole chain of operations that is included. And number 4, our network of international service stations, or international network, which includes establishing Corsair service stations in the countries where we are operational. So this is basically what we're doing. Number 5, the Project X, which each day that goes by just enforces its future importance, is something that we're going to be making an official announcement latest by December, potentially already in November. But this is something that we are working very actively right now, and truly is the future of transport fuels. But we have to wait a little bit to have an official announcement of that. But this is the operations that we're doing. So our target as a company is to address some of these largest environmental issues that we as a humanity are currently facing, which is obviously the plastic pollution, which is a huge problem all over the world, not only here in Thailand or in Asia, but all over the world. Obviously, the air pollution, which is killing millions and millions of people each year. We have something specifically for this that we are going to be announcing for you in more detail soon. And then last but not least, obviously, the climate change that we want to be affecting and doing our part of trying to make things better in that sense as well. Now, talking about meaningful partnerships, we obviously have a great pleasure to be working together with Cloud Horizon Limited. Myself and Frank Ricketts and obviously all the leadership in Cloud Horizon and the management of Cloud Horizon, including Mr. Wayne Dobson. We are in very close contact and we work together as a team to advance this mission and take our business further. And I believe that there's going to be more discussions. Peter already opened up the general way how the tokenization functions, and our intention, together with Cloud Horizon and Corsair, working as a team, is to build these projects and advance and develop these operations as quickly and efficiently as humanly possible. And I want to say thank you for all the great leaders that you have in your organization and the great management in your company. And I believe that as a team, we will achieve so many amazing things in the next coming years that we all have to hold on to our seats. I believe that's what we're seeing. The future is very bright for our business, and when we focus on doing the right things and we focus on doing those things in the right way, I believe that we will be creating extremely powerful, positive energy around all of us, and that will further enforce this magnet effect that I mentioned to you before, where good things will just keep on coming to all of us as we work on this together and we focus on doing things right. That completes my part today. I want to thank you all very much for your time, and I hope seeing you in the regional events and calls and helping your leadership. If you have a local team in a certain country, I would like to, and you would like me to occasionally maybe even join your calls, I'm very happy to do so, considering the time restraints. But please talk to your sponsor. Please talk to your leadership, and if there is something where we from Corsair can be of any help for you to advance your business, we're also very happy to do so. So we're all working on this as a team. Now, next speaker I would like to introduce is one of your top leaders from France, a great gentleman. I've had quite a lot of collaboration with him, and he always delivers such a powerful and positive message, and it's been a truly a pleasure to be working with him during these calls that we've had together in the last, at least for the last few months, and but obviously we've known each other longer than that, but closely working on the last months. So without taking too much of your time, I would like to introduce Mr. Jean-Luc to take over the stage right now after me. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jussi. It's really, every time it's really a big, exciting thing to hear you, to hear all the things happen, all the work you do all for all our concept, all the community. Thank you for, of course, Petra, all the top leaders who are in this webinar. But I think myself, I'm going to talk just for the guest who has been invited in this conference. I think it is more important. I'm going to explain you why I'm here today with you, why I'm in this concept since now more than 20 months, and why I'm in full-time in this concept now after years. All my life, all my hobbies was my profession. In fact, I was tennis teacher all my life, and 25 years after I changed, I was manager of fishing shop, of fishing. And in 2006, I just entered in the network marketing industry. Why I entered in the network marketing industry? But to earn more money at the side of my current job with just a little investment. And this changed absolutely my life. I tell you that because I was in 2006, and I can understand what your mind can see with this kind of conference. And with this small investment, all changed my financial situation. And years after years, after 11 months, sorry, I stopped my job, my current job. I was in full-time in my own business in network marketing. I was involved in 2 big companies, and all was fine for me before I joined this incredible, amazing concept with Cloud Horizon and the plastic waste. And but end of 2018, I had a call from Bangkok, and people say, one very good friend of me saying, you should go to Bangkok because we want you to show you an incredible thing is going to happen. And I took my plane, and I went in Bangkok, and I had exactly the same presentation that you had today. And thank you, Peter, for all the good work you did today too. And this concept absolutely blew my mind. And when I go back to France, And you know, in this moment, we have a lot of room, Francophone room, with a lot of people in the same room here, the same conference, the Tahiti, exactly the same. And when I go back, I talk to 1 or 2 or 3 people, friend of me who was involved in the same business than me, and of course we wanted to join this concept. And this concept, 6 months now, we can see all the progress we did, all the things we have done in this concept. First, why I joined, in fact, this concept. What this concept blew my mind, because I see in this concept first the win-win concept, really the good win-win concept, help our earth to be clean, and in the same time to have financial rewards. That's incredible, but it's the reality of our concept, and that really picked me very hard. And with my friend, we started to join this concept, and now we are thousands of people all over the world who amplify the voice. We're sharing this concept because it's important, because you know, as Peter explained before, the plastic pollution is incredible and now impact all the people in the world, even the birds, the seabirds, the fish, everybody, and human beings. And so we have no solution to destroy this plastic, but we found the solution, and we have the solution now. And it's so easy to duplicate this voice, to duplicate this concept to everybody, because you can only, if you work in the street or in the beach. I'm living near the beach in France. If you walk and you see people and say, yo, look at the plastic everywhere, and the people say it's incredible, the people do nothing for that, and they say, yes, we do something for that. And in 3 minutes you can impact the people and say to them they can impact again with this concept our earth to be cleaner. And so that's why the duplication is so fantastic, and now we are so much people in the world who join our concept, and it's so easy. And now I'm really happy and proud to see all the organization we create with Corsair, with Cloud Horizon. We are proud to know and to say to the people we destroy, we transform thousands of tons of plastic every month, and of course we produce the biofuel. This biofuel is for our lives. It's obliged to have this. So I think, and I think to you, the guest, I think it's important for you to have the best vision. What can happen with our concept? What can happen for you? You know, if you are really an influencer, if you are active with sharing this, and of course you will see and we will check all our concept, all the big things happened and arrived, and the next speaker will be important for you, and you will understand you can all join this concept. You can all do this concept. You have no skills to have, absolutely no skills. It's really simple. We have a mission, we have a solution. The mission is to transform and to eliminate this plastic into biofuel. And the solution is, of course, Cloud Horizon. We help Cloud Horizon to invest in this machine to transform this plastic. And so it's so simple to explain to all the people. And of course, if you do this with a really good impact, and if you're really active, of course you have your current job, but you can do this a few hours in the week. But believe me, a few hours in the week to talk about this concept, you will help the planet, and you will help yourself, because for financial situation, it can change absolutely all. So that's why I'm going to stop now with my testimonial, because I just want to say you, if I can do really good things with Cloud Horizon Corsair and the concept, it's of course because I had this vision and I see this win-win concept, this win-win business, and everybody can do this. And now I'm going to stop, and I'm going to introduce the next speaker. The next speaker is the CTO of Cloud Horizon and Ecovo. Really is the heart of our business. Is an amazing people who for years an amazing experience, and of course he works day and night, very often, day and night, to help Cloud Horizon, to help Corsair, to help our understanding of tokenization. Please help me to welcome Mr. Wayne Dobson. Wayne, it's up to you.
People hear me? Can you hear me, John-Luc? Give me some signs. Great.
Perhaps louder. Perhaps louder.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so thank you for the great introduction there, John-Luc. I'm just going to spend a few minutes talking about my background so you understand that IT within our group is in safe hands. And then I'm going to talk about some of the things that we've done over this last year and brought many features into our platforms. I'm then going to very briefly talk about the future, and in particular a great announcement that I have for you today to do with the usability of the Socium token. So just to rewind back then, I'm Wayne Dobson. I'm the Chief Technical Architect and Chief Technical Officer for Cloud Horizon. I'm responsible for bringing together all of the technologies across the various platforms and working with our development teams, our international development teams, to bring those features to you as a group, both in Ecovo and also in Amplivo, and the integration between them. And on top of that, the way that we work with our exchange partner with the ISF token, and how that's distributed and transformed when you redeem your ISF tokens. I'm able to do all of that because I started my IT career in my early teens. Had my first computer when I was 11. I produced computer games in the 80s. And I worked with banks and telecommunications companies for decades. Now at the age of 54, I spend all of my time working with Amplivo and the Ecovo platforms, bringing them forward to ensure that we have the best facilities available for you to understand and engage with our mission of plastic waste to fuel, and to enable you to take that mission to whatever level you choose, to be a follower, to be a supporter, to be an influencer, to become one of the entrepreneurs, as Peter so eloquently put for us. And I think it's important to understand the depth of the IT facilities that we have and the way we're moving forwards. So over the last year, we've had several enhancements to the stable platforms that we had. We've introduced Ecovo Media. We've now introduced enhancements to that as the second level, where we are allowing you to introduce images and videos into your landing pages, controlled by you, to allow you to push your mission forward, to share all of the information to your friends, relatives, and those people that you want to influence. Everything that you do, as Peter explained, is rewards driven. We will give you credits and free loyalty points and the opportunity to redeem them against ISF tokens. We're looking at a much tighter integration with ISF as we move forwards, and I'm going to revisit that in a little while. We've enhanced the back office, giving enhanced reporting, giving you a weekly report of your income, so that you can do whatever necessary accounting you need to do in your own jurisdiction. These platforms now are really comprehensive. It's not something that's just been put together to limp along. It's a comprehensive, in-depth platform, starting with Ecovo, moving through, as you choose, into Amplivo, and reaching out, all the way out to the ISF token on the Ethereum blockchain. I chose the Ethereum blockchain because of its transparency and its robustness in the marketplace. It's important to us as a group to ensure total transparency, believability, and honesty. Every transaction that happens with the ISF token is recorded on the public blockchain and can be inquired upon by anybody through the normal blockchain explorers. So looking forward, we're looking at building many more enhancements and many more features on top of our existing platforms. We have to prioritize to make sure we bring new features to the table on a regular basis, and also within the budgets and constraints of any corporation. We've chosen to prioritize the usability of the ISF token over the last several weeks. And I'm really delighted to be able to say to you today that we are, during this month, in fact, on the 15th of this month, we're going to facilitate the use of the ISF token as a mechanism to purchase individual products within the platforms. You'll be able to use your ISF token as either partial or full payment for those individual products. And that's a major shift in the ISF token and its usability. We have visions of expanding that dramatically over the coming months. It's important to understand the depth of how all this comes together. And many people that have been on these calls before that are not new to the business will understand that our technology is robust and it supports you in a very in-depth way. And I think those guests that are here today can get a lot of comfort in the understanding that the people that referred you to this call have the confidence to run their entire business. As Peter said, as John Luke said, they do this full time. They work with these systems full time. And I'm delighted to be at the forefront of pushing these systems out to you. And I intend to continue to enhance and improve the solutions that we have moving forwards. And that's about everything I need to say for you today. I'm now going to hand you over to a remarkable individual who works tirelessly to move our mission forwards with groups around the world. He's an inspiration to many, and his work ethic just leaves me speechless in many ways. So with that, I'm just going to hand you over to Vittorio, who will take the stage now. You there, Vittorio?
Thank you very much, Wayne. Good afternoon. Hear me well? Okay.
Very well, thank you.
Thank you very much. Again, good afternoon for everybody. I am Vittorio from Italy, and I am a networker like over the 10 years. And first of all, I like send a congratulations for all 4 stars. And this is all exactly from my heart, because I remember my first meeting over the 10 years in North Italy, in Milan. One friend invited me in one event in network marketing, and I know was this industry network marketing, it's a pluri-billionaire. And yes, was a hard day. I was a little bored because the meeting was over the 6 hours. But yes, I don't have understand everything, but I want to grow up. I want to change my life. And this was the real emotion for me for this meeting. And in the end of the meeting, I have speaking with the global master, man with experience, and I have tell what I'm doing for change, for grow up in this industry. And this man tell me just some words. You need to change your mind, positive mindset, and learn every day, because you are student every day. And close the first rank. Yes, I think it was very easy close the first rank. And I have spent 2 months with a lot of meeting, training, read book, and nothing. Total volume was 0. Total sal volume was 0. But I need to close this rank, and every night I push, I talk alone, I want to close this rank. And after I have start close the first rank, and in the next 3 months I have closed the higher position in this company like Diamond. So for me, it's like share this opportunity, because it's important to understand where we are and where we're going. So we have a real solution for the planet. We have a real external market, real product, real exchange working. So this is only the start. And yes, absolutely, I am happy working in this company from the beginning. So now I like to introduce next speaker. It's amazing top leader, global top leader from Inner Cycle Group. It's from Italy. Working a lot, maybe 24-hour day, I don't know. And it's Dr. Andrea Cerio.
Okay. Okay, what's happening here? Hey, let's start. So good morning to everybody. Vittorio, thank you to you. It's a pleasure for me to be here. I wish to thank you to all the previous speakers, but especially to all of you to be here today, because as I know it's Sunday, no, and normally in Sunday is an holiday, is a relaxed day. But as I repeat every day, every week to my influencer, to my friends, to my people in this business, it's very important to stay together. It's very important that we try to stay together more time as possible. Why? Because in our team, we can find energy, positive energy, and normally outside, we are surrounded by people that think negativity in negative way. And this is why normally they never reach their goal in their life. So I have only 10 minutes. I try to stay in my time, because the people that know me, they know that I speak really a lot, especially when I am in the meeting, in the real meeting, in the Zoom. And why I'm here? Very simple, because I want to realize my dream. Because I am 47, and really I have still a lot of dreams that I want to realize. But I understand one thing, that to realize my dream, I need money. It's very simple, because I see money like a tool to reach what you want. For example, I want to travel all around the world in the next years. And to travel all around the world, I need money. And normally, a lot of people speak about this word, success. Normally, everybody would like to have success in your life. in their life. And logically, I speak about the economic success. And I want to speak about this, how is possible to have success in the life. And to tell you the things, I want to go back when I start in the network marketing, in this amazing industries, in this world that I love. I would never change my job in my life because I love this industry. When I was in my first seminar, this was, I can still remember, 19 July 1994, so 27 years ago. And I hear a very interesting statistic. So some experts, they made some study, and what they did, they took 500 people, and they follow these 500 people during all their working lives. So from 25 to 65, 40 years. But these 500 people was perfectly the same. So they start from the same situation, from the same position, from the same school. They start from the same level, the same family, the same education. And after 40 years, at 65, what they saw? That only, be careful, only the 5% of these people, only the 5% reach the economic success. Only the 5% of these people at the end have enough money to do what they want in their life. And so this expert put together 5 really important factors to reach the success. And this was very important for me when I was 21, and it was very important for me to listen to these things when I was really young, to understand these 5 factors that you need to have success in your life. And I hope this can be useful even for you. And the first one is the ambition. The first one is the ambition to reach some new level, the ambition to have the car that you like, the ambition to do the job that you like, the ambition to have the house that you like, the ambition to have what you want. The ambition is the first one, is the first factor. If you don't have ambition, it's impossible to reach the economical success. The second one is the will. The will. I want. Because you know what I learned in my life? That a lot of people want to make money, but only little people want to work. And I understand that if you want to have money, you must work. And like we do now, we work really from 1.5 years, really every day to create something very good. But you need to have the will. If you don't have the will to have success, if you don't have the will to go out and speak with the people, the willing to improve your life, you will never reach the success. The third factor you need is the perseverance. And this is one of the most important one, the perseverance. You know why? Because it's not important to start in a business. It's not important to start. What is important is to follow. I remember when I was in Pattaya, the second time I was in Thailand last year for the global launch. I don't know, 600 people in that room. A lot of people start. I think from that people, maybe only 5–10% are still here. Why? Because people is like this. Because you need perseverance. You must follow, even if there are problems. And even in our business, we have a lot of problems right now. And I'm quite sure we will have a lot of problems in the future, because this is normal. We are a new business. We are a new company, a new project. Everything is new. But you need to have the perseverance. Never give up. when you fall down, you have to wake up one time more and go and follow. And if people say no, doesn't matter, let's follow. If a client say no, doesn't matter, let's follow. If your friend leave you in the business, doesn't matter, let's follow. Because it's not important to start. You have to follow. And the perseverance is very important, the third factor. The fourth one, you know what is the diligence. Do the things constantly. I know a lot of people that start with energy, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and then maybe, okay, I have to think, problems, and maybe they stop 1 month, 2 months, and then start again. Or maybe they push 1 week, yes, and one week they stay like this. 1 week they work, and 1 week they stay like this. This don't work. To reach the success, you need diligence. You must work diligent constantly, every day, every day, every day, every day, until you don't reach your goal. And the fifth one, the last one, is the willingness to risk. You must have the capacity to risk sometimes. If you will never risk nothing, you will never reach nothing. Sometimes it's important to risk. And when I speak about risk, you know what I speak about? I speak about decision. Take decision, because every time you take a decision, you risk. Because you can do in the right way, or you can go in the wrong way. So every time we take decision to start a business, to stop a business, to follow a business, to go to an event, to come in a global Zoom, to speak with the people. Every time I take the decision, I take some risk. Can work, cannot work. But I never know. No, I never know one people in my life, very, very successful people, that never make some risk in their lives. And what is important, these are the 5 factors, and believe me, this is totally real. I can tell you after 27 years of working in this industry, but working in general, these 5 factors, so the ambition, the willing, the perseverance, and the diligence, and the risk, are absolutely important to reach whatever you want, to reach your goal, to reach everything you decide in your life. But what above all this, above of these 5 factors, the most important thing is the positive attitude. Because normally people think in negative way. Normally people can see only the work. Let's speak about our project, Amplivo. Things are not working perfectly. A lot of things we can improve, sure, but there are a lot of things that are working. If I look back when I start 1.5 years ago, and I look now at the project, I'm so happy of what we have created until now. But you need time, but you must think in positive way. You know, you know the story, you know, the glass. The 95% of the people see the glass half empty. Only 5% of the people can see the glass half full. It's the same water. It's the same water. But the negative ones see only half. The positive ones say, oh my God, very good. I have half of mint I can drink during a global Zoom, you know. And this is my idea. This is what I want to tell to you. So, and then I close. What is important that you understand is one thing: the success is something inside of you, it's not outside. So please, I can give you but this is my idea. Stop to give responsibility for everything happening in your life to others. We must start to understand that everything depends from us. It's my decision in my life. if I want to have success or not, if I want to be happy or not, if I want to work or not, if I want to create something big or not, if I want that this project will grow until the sky or not, is our decision, depend from us. The success is something that comes from you, depend, because this 5 factor is something that we have inside. And remember, each one of you in this room, each one of you in this room and in all the other rooms all around the world have perfectly inside this 5 factor. You have, maybe sometimes someone use this and someone no, because we burn. We was born with this factor inside, okay? And now I want to finish my little speech, and I'm very happy, I'm very proud, and I'm a little bit excited to announce the next speaker. And this man is a really amazing man. I can tell you, I didn't work with him in the first year, not last year. I think we never work together. I started to work with this man only this year, from January. I didn't know him very well, but I can tell you, after my my long experience, and I met a lot of people, thousands and thousands of people in my life. I can tell you that I'm very proud that the captain of this boat is this man, because I can tell you honestly that every time I try to don't disturb him too much, because I know he's very busy, but I can tell you that all the time I need something, and advise something, what to do, what can I do, some ideas, is always there, always available for us, really 7 days a week, working for us to create something big for us and for our family and for our sons, and for our children, for our future, for our planet. And I'm so very happy to introduce the CEO of Cloud Horizon, the man that in this moment is the captain of this boat. So really, thank you, Frank, for what are you doing. To you, Frank Ricketts.
Thank you very much, Andrea. And to use your words, I'd like to thank everyone and all speakers before me, starting with our #1 global distributor, Mr. Peter Shaw, who really did an awesome business presentation for all new people looking and listening today. So again, thanks to everyone, and also for every one of you taking time out, either already as a member or taking on an invitation to find out what we're all about. And for all new people listening for the first time, I congratulate you, because at least you, as Andrea said, you made a decision. You made a decision. I want to start getting information. I want to start getting facts about this company. Too many people, they get approached, they get spoken to, oh, I've heard all that, and I know all about that, and no. Snowball business and pyramid and all these silly things, without even taking the time out to listen. And at the end of the day, it's not any difference whether you say no to the opportunity or yes to the possibility. To be a part of it as a follower or as a supporter or as an influencer. What's important is that you obviously don't belong to these people who say no to something without finding out some facts. It's just as bad as someone saying yes to something that they don't know anything about as well. In fact, that's pretty dangerous sometimes. What's good is, yes, I take the invitation, let me get my information and make my decision. And obviously there's going to be questions that are still unanswered. But every one of the members in this room and all the members in the other rooms, but also guests, is what would be your reason for saying yes? And it could be purely because you want to be a part of something that is doing something about one of the major environmental issues that we have. And if that's your motivation, if that's your pure motivation, I mean, that's awesome, because you can get out there and you can be talking and speaking to everyone to be a part of what we're doing. And if your motivation to listen and get this information today is to better your financial status, then that's just as awesome as well, because you are doing something about it. Because the only way out of your current financial situation is forwards. And you know, you've got to, and I always say this, you've got to be changing something tomorrow as against what you're doing today. And a lot of people, even in, you know, in general in the business, and I've been around for 49 years now, not 48 years, coming at various positions, and it's networking from base upwards, etc., is that people don't realize how much a difference 300, 400 euros extra in a month really makes. You know, I've been living in Germany for decades now, actually, and I love statistics. And in Germany, which is, you know, looked at as one of the most financial, better off countries in Europe and thus in the world, is that the average family in 2019, at the end of the month, after paying their living costs, their insurances, their food, and this and that, and everything else, they had at the end of the month 98 euros to do whatever they wanted to do with. And they had to take that money, for example, to save up for the next holiday. We're not talking about, you know, big jumps from one to another. We're talking about the average. 98 euros, they could take that and throw it out the window if they wanted to. So when we talk about a possibility of earning an extra 400 euros a month, you're actually multiplying by 400% what someone has to save up for the holiday, save up for them a new car or a new couch or a larger apartment, whatever. And I think sometimes, not sometimes, too often in network marketing, is that one talks about these massive incomes that happen, and I'll tell you how they happen, you know, and not about having an opportunity in your hand to make a drastic change and difference to how much money one has at the end of the month to do what one wants to do, to save up for this, save up for that. Now, those are the two aspects. And the beautiful thing is that we have so many people that manage to combine that. They are driven completely from the environmental aspect of this, and what we can do, because we are not just talking, we are actually doing. And to be a part of that, I mean, that's pretty awesome. And to earn some money while doing that, and then what you do with that money is completely up to you, you know, to help the environmental situation even more by using that money that one is earning. So there's going to be, you know, very different motivation points, but there's some things that are going to remain the same that one has to be aware of and be conscious of, no matter what that motivation is, whether it's singular, the environmental aspect, singular, the financial aspect, or the combination of both. And that is, you've got to think big, no matter what, in what manner. If you really want to do something environmentally, you've got to think big. You've got to get this, you know, your own communication going about what we are doing, and follower, 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 and then possibly supporter by purchasing one or the other products, etc., moving forward. But just followers, I say just followers, they are at least as much important as the influencers, because if I'm really environmental driven, what issues do you have to speak out about what we are doing here, about the projects here, plastic waste to fuel, etc., etc. You know, in history, no one ever talked about Alexander the average one. It was Alexander the Great. And you got to think great, you got to think big in what you're doing. And it's the same if you do have your financial goals and the possibility of earning unlimited income. It will only happen if one starts to think big in what one is doing. And the only way, if you believe you cannot really get people interested environmentally, etc., just because of the environment or for the environment, you do have this financial aspect to it. But the only way out of the current situation is forwards by communicating this, communicating that. And we as a company, we have to improve immensely on our own communication. As we heard from our CTO, we know we've got to improve the Ecovo media, we've got to improve the social media aspect of our platforms, etc., etc. But there's this old saying that we all learned in kindergarten, you know, Rome was not built in a day. And there's always going to be priorities. And it's great to be able to, have a budget for things that do not directly bring an income, but indirectly over time. But we have had challenges like any new company, and we have to make these decisions of what is prioritized, step for step as we go along. I do know, though, that in the decades that I've been in this industry, that patience is not the #1 virtue of networkers, okay? And I love them all, everywhere, okay? And I am a networker, and I'm extremely proud to be one. But patience is not the #1 virtue. And I do, dear members and dear guests, you decide to be a part of what we are doing, you know, trying to think corporate-wise sometimes. You know, why would we not tomorrow have a platform with all the bells and whistles and everything going on if we could, you know, afford to do that tomorrow? And whatever we spend in these things, it's less funds going into the investment to the plastic waste to fuel projects. We have to balance this. And, you know, we're still developing momentum. And this is why every individual, follower, supporter, influencer, for me, they're equal. They're equal in our success, our future success, moving forward. To follow on some of the speakers before, especially Andrea, is that, you know, a lot of people, especially from the network marketing aspect, saying, well, you know, you were lucky. You were there right at the beginning, or you had this situation, or you had that situation. And I would say that, you know, luck is an element, but luck only works sometimes. But you know what always works? To work. You know, and at the end of the day, if one sets one's goals, I want to reach 1,000 people about the mission. I'm environmentally driven. That's my whole focus. And you have to work at that as well. You can't start talking with one person a day because you wanted 1,000 people. Well, that's the next 3 years. You know, you've got to balance your goal about what you need to do and what you're going to do. And at the end of the day, it's to work at it. Work at whatever you decide. Have a plan, have a system. And a lot of people, unfortunately, do not work with a system and with the discipline that's also needed to reach whatever goal. To reach 1,000 people for the environmental course, or to reach 100,000 euros in earnings. It starts right now. It starts again tomorrow morning. It starts again the following day, because one is only evaluated on what one does today. You know, yesterday is gone. And so many people live in the past and what they managed to do in the past and what they achieved in the past, which is all great. Put it down and classify it as experience. But the experience is useless if I don't start using this experience in doing something right now. So if you're really, and this is what we're very passionate about, is actually doing something for the environment, then get out there, but do it every day, reach people every day with what we're doing. And we will we actually do every day move forward in creating a better communication, a better display of what we're doing, and creating tools and the environment for you to actually do that. And that goes hand in hand with the network marketing opportunity. We have one of the most awesome compensation plans there is. And of course, what else would you expect from a CEO of a network marketing company than to say that? You're never going to hear from someone, well, ours is not really the best. It doesn't even belong in the top 10, but, you know, it's not that bad. I mean, you're not going to hear that from us. But, you know, look around. We sincerely do have a extremely good compensation plan that is not just one-sided, you know, like the binaries. Most of the binaries are just blinding the people. They don't really see what's happening there. There's various elements to it. And on top of that, what we are doing right now, and this won't end tomorrow or next week or next month and not next year, is that we are rewarding the pioneers. The people who really work in the business are also earning the income. And we are matching that income with FLPs, with free loyalty points. And that is what makes our compensation plan absolutely unbeatable. It does belong to one of the best without the FLPs. Okay, but with the FLPs on top, if one is a little bit short, not short term like next week, next month, you know, middle term, next 12, 24 months, people will start seeing the benefits of receiving those FLPs on top of earnings. And, you know, please, if you make a decision for the network, realize that you have the possibility to actually earn fiat currency on a week-to-week basis related to what you're actually doing. You know, there's a saying that, you know, you are who you are because of what you do today. And there's a lot in that. And again, whether it's from the environmental aspect of it or from the financial aspect as a network or the combination of both, I think that is very, very true. You are who you are because of what you do. A lot of people say you are who you are because of what you eat. I think there's a lot of truth in that as well, okay? But both those sayings, it's you are who you are because you are a result of your actions. You're a result of your decisions. If you feel you are overweight and you have a problem with that, well, the decision to eat that chocolate cake was yours. No one took it and said, open your mouth and started to throw it down your throat. Okay, that's the problem I have. It's always my choice, and I can't go past chocolate cake, okay? And Haagen-Dazs ice cream and a lot of other things that I shouldn't do. All right, but I'm not, worried about it so much. But that is your result of your actions. And your financial status is a result of your actions. It has nothing to do with luck. It has to do with making those decisions, sticking to those decisions, and then working consciously, consequently, a bit every day. Not for a week, not for a month, expecting to climb Everest overnight. No, it's steps. You work out a plan on that. Especially on the environmental aspect of this, but I'll put the financial aspects right behind it. I'm so excited and interested in the future, because that is where I am going to live tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. And even more important, that's where my children, and I can also say my grandchildren, of which I have 6 of them, and the 7th is on its way, okay? That's why the future for me is so important, and not so much yesterday. And that future, for me, environmentally, but also financial, is related to what I do today. What am I prepared to do tomorrow when I get up? If I'm going to take a day off, well, it has to be a part of my plan. And I think it's very important that, you reward yourself as you go along, no matter what your goals are, etc., etc. We are in very crazy times, extremely crazy times out there. I think that, like everyone else, as we're going into the autumn months and winter months, specifically in Europe, where that outdoor living is not going to be so consequent as it is in the summer months. We've still got months to go in front of us. And of course, it is, without a doubt, an aspect of our business to meet up with each other live, our workshops and exchanging our thoughts, face to face, in groups and in events. It's always been a part of this industry as long as I've been around for the last 48 years. And, that is not going to change the situation we have right now much over the next months. I think, we're looking at least to springtime next year before maybe we have a situation with vaccine or whatever. I don't know. But we cannot keep on talking about, this challenge that we all have. We need to talk about working with what we have. And, I belong to the generation where we went crazy when the fax machine suddenly came onto the market. I've been in meetings talking and one thing and another, and, half the audience don't even know what a fax machine is. It's come and gone. But we do have our environment here online, and I must say, very honestly, I hate Zoom rooms, I hate online conferences, I hate doing workshops or trainings online, because You can't feel the atmosphere. You can't feel the excitement. You don't really see the spark in the eye because someone is really getting a kick about doing something for the environment. Or someone else getting a kick because they picked up 500 euros on commissions. And if you have enough people in your organization picking up 500 euros a month, then don't worry about the thousands that you will earn, which is a product of helping a lot of other people. But at least we have this environment, and we have managed to do, as a lot of the speakers before me, do a hell of a lot under these circumstances. And believe me, we're still at the very beginning of this. And we want to raise funds. We want to raise funds with good products, products of value that stand up to any consumer protection agencies anywhere in the world. We have awesome products. Again, one could say, unfortunately, about a third of our products are from tourist products, travel products, and that's obviously we're affected with that to a certain degree. But we have managed with our suppliers to have automatically a 6-month extension on all those products. Instead of 12 months, they're 18 months. Instead of 24 months, they're 30 months. And we are actually in discussion looking at the situation. And I can tell you we're getting very, very close to a final discussion of what we will be able to do there as well under the circumstances. Okay, but they're very, very good products. We have good things with the cashback program, with over 6,000 online shops where you can save money. And what one has to realize is that by using these various platforms, we as a company are making money. Okay, and with our net profits, we are doing something in investing in the environment. So I could carry on, same as all the speakers before me, whereby one or the other even more so, like me. I'd like to bring it all to an end. It's been a great afternoon, and from corporate, we're very appreciative of every leader, everyone, you know, being a part of this call, and what you do on a day-to-day basis and weekly, giving support in the local languages, regional languages around the world, and that, you know, we don't have this cross-line issue in our company. Every leader really is there 24/7 for anyone and everyone without any organization or relationship. Okay, we truly are one of these rare networks that have a very good mentality on that point. It's never going to be 100%, but I believe we're at about 99%. You heard from Wayne, and I'm going to finish with this. We've been working very hard doing the mathematics and everything else which a company has to do. And we will definitely 100% hit the first phase of introducing the ISF as a currency on our platforms, in our shops for singular products. And as we move along with the merchant platform, there's still, you need to do a lot on that still, and introduce eventually the ISF in the deals platform with merchants. What we control from day one is the purchase of the voucher that you need to get that saving. We can definitely, once the platform is moving a bit, introduce the ISF also as a payment there. But ideally, we do want to, in phase 2, phase 3, get the merchants involved as well in accepting the ISF as a viable currency, not a phantom currency, not a currency made up in its values because the sun is shining, no, because it's related to plastic, to oil, but also related and creating a marketplace of value with third-party merchants as we go along. And Corsair, with its gas stations, looking down the road, they will be also a third-party merchant, accepting the ISF for a partial payment for the gas at the gas station. So there's a great future ahead of us, a lot of work needed. We need a lot of followers. We need a lot of supporters. We need a lot of influencers. Thank you again to all of you, and a great thanks to the guests in the various rooms today that you took the time to get the information. Any other questions you still have, get to the individual who invited you. We welcome you all, no matter in what level and what way you would like to be a part of what we're doing. So thank you all. Thanks everyone. And we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.